Well, good afternoon to everyone who has joined us on the East Coast, and still a good morning to all of you in the Central Mountain and Pacific time zones. My name is John Dehart. I am your Executive Director of Sales, Marketing, and Field Development. And so let me welcome you to the Family Vacation Network and to our Smart Training Series today. I'm excited about today, folks, I can tell you, because today we are going to be covering the FVN Smart Compensation Plan. And so I hope that you've got a pen and notepad. I hope you take very good notes, and my real hope is that at the end of this training, you are really going to understand the Family Vacation Network's Smart Compensation Plan, exactly how you make money. It is really a very, very simple plan. And so to start on this, you see the 7 ways that you get paid. And for many of you, I've got a good attendance on the webinar this morning. For many of you, I recognize your names. I've seen you on our webinars before. And I'm sure you've heard me say in the past that we really threaded the needle with the Smart Compensation Plan, that we walk that tightrope, that typically in our industry there are 2 types of compensation plans. Generally speaking, there's a plan that pays you very, very well on the front end of the plan, but there is no back end, so you can never, ever get off that treadmill. And then you've got the plans that have almost no front end money, but you can build a long-term reoccurring residual income stream on the back end, but it's going to take 3 to 5 years for that to be any significant or meaningful money in most cases. And unfortunately with that, you got to get over the hump, and a lot of people don't. And what we've been able to do at the Family Vacation Network is really combine both of those types of philosophies and comp plan to come up with the Smart Compensation Plan, the plan that you can make excellent money on the front end and you can make excellent money on the back end. And so that's what we're going to be covering today, folks. And you see the 7 ways here that you can actually earn money. And I'm going to be hitting all 7 of these ways as we go through our presentation today. So as we start the presentation, there are really 3 values that you have to keep in mind and that you have to know about. And so you will hear us refer to frequently in the compensation plan VV. VV is vacation volume. Vacation volume is what you get paid on in the differential part of the compensation plan. You will also hear the term BV. BV is business volume. BV or business volume is what we pay on the back end of the compensation plan. So that's the residual. And then you will also hear the term QV. QV is qualifying volume. That's the volume that you need to climb the ranks of the compensation plan. So it's really pretty simple. If you know these 3 values, it becomes very easy to figure out how you're getting paid in the Family Vacation Network Smart Compensation Plan. So as we get started, let's take a look here. And really, as we talk about vacation volume, vacation volume is generated when new people enroll into our business with an enrollment package. And that enrollment package is really vacations. And so we've got the 3 packages, the Getaway, the Adventure, and the Global Travel Package. So each of those have a different value of vacation volume. And so the vacation volume for the Getaway package is 75. The vacation package for the Adventure is 250. And the vacation volume on the Global Traveler package is 600. Okay, so those are our starter packs. And so when you sponsor somebody into our business, many of you know the first thing that you get paid is an enroller bonus. So when you're the enroller and you bring somebody into our business, you're going to make a 10% enroller bonus. And maybe it's 10.1%, right? Because our 249 pack, we pay you $25. We round up to the next even number, right? $499, we pay you $500. 10% of that's $50. And the $999, 10% of $1,000 would be $100. That's the enroller bonus, and you make that every single time you enroll somebody into the Family Vacation Network with one of our 3 packages. So that's the first place that you can earn money. The second place then is our coded differentials, and this is where it gets really exciting. Many of you know that right now we're running a promotion. So if somebody sponsors in, you sponsor somebody in with our Global Traveler Package, we are going to uprank them for a period of 90 days to the Jade level. So 20%, and that puts them at the 20% in the differentials. So here's how it works. Just really, really simple. I'm going to walk through this and you'll have a great understanding of exactly how it works. So if you are a Jade and you enroll somebody with our Global Traveler Pack, remember it's got $600 of vacation volume, how much money would you earn? Well, if we go back to the previous slide, you're going to earn $100 for being the enroller, so you make the fast start bonus of $100, and you're going, since you're a Jade, you're going to make 20% of 600, which is $120. So by enrolling somebody, you're going to make a $100 fast start bonus and a $120 differential coded bonus. Okay? And so pretty simple. That is how it works. Now here's where it gets the name differential, and this is where you start to see massive leverage with this compensation plan. This is where you see where people have made huge money with differential coded bonuses. So let's say you're a Jade, and let's say Mike is a Ruby. Okay? So Mike is your enroller, or he's somewhere in your upline. He doesn't necessarily need to be your enroller, but he's part of your enroller tree. Understand, if Mike sponsors Sue and Sue sponsored you, Mike is in the upline enroller tree. And so Mike is your upline Ruby. So you personally, and there's nobody in between you and Mike that is a Pearl or a Sapphire. So you are a Jade, you sponsor somebody or you enroll somebody with our Global Traveler Pack. Again, you're going to make the $100 enroller bonus, and you're going to make the 20% of 600 on the coded differential bonus. So you're going to make a total of $220. But how much did Mike make? Well, it's pretty simple. Mike, it being a Ruby, if we call it the differential, because Mike makes the difference between you and him. So Mike's at the 50% level, and I just had something pop up here, folks. Let me make sure we're all good. Okay, we're still all good. Mike's at the 50% level, and you're at the 20% level. 50 minus 20 is 30. Mike would make 30% of the differential, or the difference, 30% of the $600. So Mike is going to make $180. It's pretty simple, right? And if there was an upline diamond, the difference between Mike and that diamond would be 20%. So if you had an upline diamond, that upline diamond would also be making $120. So that's why we call it the coded differentials. That's why it's a differential compensation plan. So here's the thing, folks. I think you can very, very quickly start to see that if you start sponsoring or enrolling new legs, as you start to climb this compensation plan, understand every brand new leg you sponsor is a Jade, right? And so you're going to make the difference between them and you. So if you're a Ruby, let me go back here. Let me just say this. If you're a Ruby and you start a brand new leg, you enroll somebody brand new in our business, what would you make? Well, you'd make the $100 fast start bonus. That's pretty easy. And you'd make 50% because you're the enroller of the $600 in vacation volume. You would make $300. So a total of $400. And now you've started a brand new leg, so that leg starts enrolling people and starts building people in the business. You're making $180 on every single person that's coming into the business. So hopefully that is very, very clear. Now, the immediate question that will come up is this. I'm a Ruby, and I've got somebody in my downline in a leg that has also become a Ruby. What happens? Well, folks, that's where we go to the Tier 1 bonus. So you're not completely cut off from that leg. At that point, you make 5% or $30 on a Global Traveler Pack for that leg. And understand, it's only for that leg. That's what makes this compensation plan so powerful, is the fact that it really is. The more legs you start, the more money you're going to make. And so obviously if you're a Ruby and there's another Ruby, 50 minus 50 is 0, but we don't cut you off. You go to the Tier 1 bonus, which gives you 5% on that. Now if there's a third Ruby that comes in, you are blocked in that leg from the differential bonuses, that doesn't mean you don't get paid on it. And I will get to that as we get later into the compensation plan. So hopefully that clears up for you how the differential bonuses work, the coded differentials, and they're very, very powerful. As a matter of fact, let me show you an example here, because as your group matures over time, and remember, this is just a representation of how it possibly could play out. It's really theoretical. It's not meant to be an income claim of any sort or any at all, but just understand that as you start to mature a group and you grow through the compensation plan, you're probably going to have an average differential of about 20% overall in your group. Also understand that the average vacation volume is going to be about 500. And you say, well, it started at 6. Wow, that seems pretty heavy. Yeah, it is heavy on an average. Here's why. Because about 85% of everybody that's enrolling into our business right now is coming in with the Global Traveler Pack. And so it is by far and away the best value. It ranks somebody up in the comp plan, and for 85% of the people out there, it's the only way to get started. It's the only way that makes sense. So if you're making 20% on average of 50 or 500 vacation volume, what that means is total person on average, you're making about 100 people or $100 for every person that's coming into your group. And again, rough average, not meant to be an income illustration by any stretch of the imagination. But I want to give you an idea, if those averages were to hold, exactly what that looks like. So that means if you've got one new brand partner in your group coming in every day, that's a monthly income of $3,000 a month. If you've got 5 coming in a day, and folks, you know, I mean, if you've been around this business, you realize getting 5 or 10 or 30 or 50 new people coming in every single day is not a big stretch when we start kicking into momentum, which I believe we're going to do. This company has some great products. We seem to be hitting that stride, that message right now, that people are liking the message, and now we're going to start distributing that message in a much broader fashion. So you can see by these numbers, you get 5 people coming in a day, it's $15,000 a month. 20 people, $60,000 a month. I mean, that is serious income, folks. And so you see the power of the coded differentials and your earning capability through this plan. Now understand, that's just the front end of our compensation plan. We have a whole back end of our compensation plan that you can also get paid on, and you will get paid on. And so to understand the back end of the compensation plan, now we kick into bonus volume, BV, okay? That's the real key. You've got to have BV to climb the compensation plan or to get paid on the backside of the compensation plan. So, and again, the first way that we see BV coming in is through your monthly subscription. So most of you on this webinar are signed up for our auto subscription program, right? And again, we don't sell pills, potions, lotions, right? We sell vacations. And so your monthly subscription is going to be 1 value season night or 2 value season nights. Well, here's the deal. 1 value season night has 60 BV associated with it. 2 value season nights has 120 BV associated with it. So write those numbers down, keep them in mind. And also remember our Get 3 Yours is Free program. So if you sign 3 people up, personally enroll them on our auto subscription program, the next month yours is free. So it's really a very powerful program. Most of you are familiar with it, in vitamins or skincare or juices, and which one would you choose? And for most people, they would rather choose vacations, right? And so you're accruing 1 or 2 nights of value season every single month that you can add up. And again, many of you realize that you can either redeem those for a night at a Westgate resort, any of the 28 Westgate resorts, or you can go use our hotel card, the FVN hotel card, that's going to give you access to 160,000 hotels around the world. And again, folks, This is a great product for 1 and 2 night stays. Then we've got a product with our Global Rewards at FVN Global Rewards. You can redeem those for Global Rewards savings credits. It's a booking engine that's going to give you resorts all around the world. And once again, we get a great price, and you can make that price a fantastic price by redeeming your Global Rewards savings credits. And then you can also redeem for beach bucks that are going to allow you to, with our destination dream trips that many of you are familiar with, you're going to be able to use those beach bucks. Our current one is Cancun, $2,900. You can use 1,000 beach bucks and knock that price down. So to $1,900, which is unbelievable airfare, all those things that go with it. So I'm sure most of you have already heard that, but that's how you can redeem your value season nights. So when somebody gets on AutoShip, our auto subscription program, that's what they're doing. They're getting a 1 night of value season vacation. And so to kind of understand how this grows and how it can start to spread out over time. And again, this is the part of the comp plan that you really do have to give time. This isn't quick money, okay? This is money that starts to build as people start to build in the business. And so I like to call it the ripple effect. It's kind of like you take a still pond and you take a stone and you toss it into the middle of that pond, right? What's going to happen? Well, it's going to create ripples, right? And so let's say you sponsor 10 people, personally enroll them. And I'd like to use the example, by the way, of Facebook, because most of you understand what happened in that social networking thing and what can happen in networking in general by telling people, by sharing. Because if you got started in Facebook 4 or 5 years ago, like many of you did, the question I love to ask is, how many of you told your friends about it? And Facebook made it really easy to do that, right? They went to your contact list and they said, here, send it out. And so it sent it out. And so if you sent it to 10 people, that's 10 new people that started on Facebook, right? And did it stop there? No. Those 10 people told 10 people. They duplicated. They did the same thing. Look at the terminology. They duplicated the same thing. So those 10 told 10. That's 100. Did it stop there? No. Those 100 told 10. And it became 1,000. And those 1,000 told 10. So folks, literally, you are responsible for thousands of people. You're the causal factor. You set off the chain reaction for thousands of people that joined Facebook. You made Mark Zuckerberg rich, and here's the reality of it, folks. The same thing can happen here, except we're going to monetize it for you. Facebook didn't pay you a nickel. We're going to. So by that same sharing, you can see how this starts to grow. And what we do, we don't call them ripples. We call them levels. And so this here would be your first level. This would be your second level. This would be your third level. This would be your fourth level. We pay 7 levels deep. And so you start to see exactly what that can start to look like. So if you've got, let's say at level 4, there's 10,000 brand partners. Let's say half of them quit or are doing nothing or not on AutoShip, doing 0, right? And you've got brand partners that are, so that leaves you with 5,000 brand partners that are doing an average of 100 BV. Okay, so, and I'm going to cover just in a second exactly where all that BV comes from. So they're doing an average of 100. Understand, 1 night of AutoShip or 1 value season night is 60, 2 is 120, but there's other places that BV comes from. And so they're doing an average of 100. That's $500,000 in BV every single month. And if you look at the comp plan, that's multiplied by 6%, and that would be $30,000 a month. Again, not meant to be an income representation. It's just made as a simple example using 10 so that you can see exactly how powerful this is for you and your business, right? And so let me show you now exactly where BV comes from, because there are actually 3 places that you can get business volume BV from. So number 1 is the enrollment packs. And remember, I told you up front as we were covering the coded differentials that if you got blocked, meaning you were a Ruby and another Ruby from a leg came up and blocked you, and then a third, so you'd make 5% there, and then a third Ruby came up and blocked you where you would be cut off, you're not exactly cut off, and here's why. Every enrollment package we sell has BV on it. We use the front end of our compensation plan to help drive the back end of the compensation plan. So it's a very, very powerful mechanism for helping to drive your long-term checks and to build your long-term checks bigger and bigger. So every enrollment pack has BV on it. Your getaway package has 25 BV, your adventurer package has 50, and your global traveler pack has 100. So you see BV coming from those places. So that's number one. You get to see the enrollment packs here. Here are the three packs, and BV comes from those packs. The second place that BV comes from, and we've already covered that, are your monthly auto subscriptions. So again, 60 on one night and 120 on 2 nights. So that's the second place. But folks, there is one final place that many of you are not aware of that you get BV for, okay? So not only do you get BV, you also get retail commissions. And so I want to cover both of these right now, and it's with what we call our VAC packs. Our VAC packages are where you get that from. And so, and basically a VAC pack is a vacation package that you would actually be selling to a customer, that a customer says, hey, I want to go, right? So number one, you can earn 10 to 20% on that vacation package. So and I want to use our Cancun one as an example. So we've got a non-member price here. You see this non-member price in red. It's $3,200 for non-members that are not with us to make this Cancun trip. And again, it's airfare from any major city, 6 days, 5 nights, all inclusive, which is really, really cool, right? So you've got 6 days, 5 nights, all inclusive to the Hard Rock. You're going to receive up to 1,500 resort credits along with that. It's a deluxe room. And again, for us, it's $2,900. You can knock that down by $1,000 beach or $1,000 beach bucks to $1,900. But for a non-member, it's $3,200. So number one, you would earn 10% of that $3,200, or $320 goes into your pocket. Number two, if you look at the member price and you cut that in half. So right here, our member price, our brand partner price is $2,900. That means the BV on this package, if somebody gets started, is for a non-member, the BV on this package is going to be, actually, let's use it over here. The BV on this package for a non-member is going to be $1,600. So that's the BV that actually goes in the tree. So as you start to look at all of the people that are inside of your group, all the people that are building in your group, right? And you start to look at, okay, they're starting to sell some vacation packages. They're sending people to Disney with tickets. There's BV, folks, associated. Whatever that price is that they're being charged, cut that price in half, and that's the amount of BV that is on that package. So you see there's some massive BV that starts to ramp up here, and now you start to see exactly what you're paid on. These are the commissions and the different levels. I go back to that ripple effect, that chain reaction that you set off by you told 10 friends, they told 10 friends, and you start to see the percentages here. They can add up to very, very big dollars. And once again, using just $100 monthly BV times a number of people over here, these are your levels. So this is level 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. You see the amount of money that can be made here on the total BV. And folks, some of these incomes absolutely get staggering. And again, we just used the number 4 here, and we used an average monthly BV of 100. I think those are pretty conservative numbers. And once again, not meant to be an income representation. This is really meant to be just for you out there as an example that you can see in your mind, visually look at exactly how the money flows through the FVN Smart Compensation Plan. So that is our monthly income. Now, so that's our unilevel. So now we've covered, you can make fast start money, you can make retail money, you can make money on our differential coded bonuses, you make money on our unilevel plan. I now want to cover the last 2 ways that you can make money with us, which is our matching bonuses and then our bonus pools. So it's really, really simple. Our matching bonus It's simple. You make a match of everybody you personally enrolled, whatever their check is. So if you are at the Jade level, you're going to make 5%. So if you've got somebody that made a $1,000 check, right? Their check on the unilevel part of our comp plan was $1,000. You'd make a matching bonus on them of 5% or $50. Pretty simple stuff. And if you're at the diamond level, you're going to match that person at a 10%. So if they made $1,000, you personally enrolled them, once again, you're going to make $100. So folks, this is pretty simple stuff. And again, the more people you enroll, the more money you potentially can make. I've said this over and over again. We are a contact sport. The more people you contact, the bigger your business is going to get with the Family Vacation Network. And you see it played out here in our compensation plan. So finally then, folks, the final way that you can make money is through our bonus pools. And these are really cool because this is going to allow you to share in the global growth of our company. And so here's how it works. Every single month, we take 1%, or actually 6%, we one for each level. We take 6% of all of the unilevel volume that has come into our company. And so we take that we take that number, whatever that number is, we take 1% of that number and we put it into each of the pools. So we have a jade pool, a pearl pool, a sapphire, a diamond, an emerald, and a ruby, and it gets really simple. We take the number of people qualified for that pool, and we divide whatever the number is, the number of the unilevel. So the 1%, whatever that number was, let's say it's $1,000, and we have 50 people that are qualified for that pool, the jade pool. We divide that $1,000 by 50, and that gives us $20. And so every person qualified in the jade pool would get a bonus of $20 for that month. We pay that quarterly. So we'd add up January, February, March, and then in April 15th, roughly around April 15th, we're going to pay you that check. So pretty simple stuff. Now here's the cool part. If, let's say you are a ruby. So here you are, you're a ruby, you're at our 50% level. You're going to get one share of the jade pool, one share of the pool, or the pearl pool. You say that 3 times fast, right? The pearl pool, the sapphire pool, you're going to get one share of it, and then you're also going to get one share of the ruby pool. So as you start to climb the ladder in the ranks of the compensation plan, folks, you start to get additional shares for that pool. So obviously, the higher up the ladder you climb, the less people are in there, the bigger that check is. So we keep it really fair, really simple for people to be able to participate in our bonus pools. And again, this is based on the global, this is based on the global pool. So the entire global pool, that's what it's based on, our global growth. So hopefully, folks, this gives you an idea of the FVN Smart Compensation Plan. It's very simple to understand. Look at it as 2 compensation plans in one. Up front, we pay you enroller bonuses and coded differentials. And on the back side, as you're building a long-term residual income, we pay you unilevel bonuses. We pay you bonus pools or matching bonuses based on the people you personally enrolled in our compensation plan. And then finally, you have the opportunity to participate in one or all 6 of our bonus pools. That's our leadership bonus pools. That's our global bonus pools based on the unilevel part of our compensation plan. And so, folks, it is a absolutely ripping and smoking compensation plan. I want to thank you for joining me this morning. I know I went through a lot of information very quickly. You may want to, we're going to get this link out to you in an e-card where you can review this, but hopefully this clears up a little bit of the mystery with the compensation plan. Here's the thing. Train on it, understand it, because folks you're talking to want to understand it, and when they see the kind of money that can be made with the Family Vacation Network, it's almost a guarantee with our product mix and the fact they can make money that they're going to get started with us. So once again, thanks everybody for joining me, taking time out on this Saturday morning. Let me wish everybody safe travels as we move through. We will not be having our webinar on Thursday. Obviously, it's Thanksgiving. Safe travels to everyone as you hook up with your family, meet your family, and blessings to all. So with that, thanks everybody for joining us, and we'll hear you this week on our conference calls. Next week, Mr. Rick Thompson is going to be doing the Saturday training, so you're going to want to tune in for that. And folks, you're going to want to tune in next week because we've got some big announcements coming up for next weekend, Black Friday weekend, and then into the month of December also. So we got some big promotions coming. Get fired up. Thanks for all you do out there. Again, John Dehart, over and out.